Hello vinyl community, this is Randy. I'm going to show you some records today that I picked up in the month of June. So yeah, let's get started. Most of these came through the mail, but I did go to Grimey's and get a couple of records. So I think it was just last weekend I went to Grimey's and got this one. I just pulled it out of this plastic sleeve. That's what it came in. This is Jim James, Uniform Distortion, Uniform Distortion, Uniform Clarity. It's a two-record set. It's essentially two albums that have been combined into one album. Jim James put out a record last year called Uniform Distortion, which I think came out about a year ago, I think in June of 2018. I did not get it then. I thought about getting it. Jim James is the lead guy for My Morning Jacket. I think he's the singer and guitarist and writes the songs. This is a solo album. He's had some solo records before. I got one of his previous solo albums before, so this one came out last year. Uniform Distortion, I didn't get it. And then later in the year, I think maybe in December or something like that, Uniform Clarity came out. And Uniform Clarity is basically Uniform Distortion, just the acoustic version. So he put out the first record, and I think those album covers basically look like these inner sleeves. I think that is pretty much the album cover for Uniform Distortion. So June, and like I say, in December he put out Uniform Clarity, which was acoustic versions of the same songs. They had a couple more songs on it. So then, just last week he put out this one, which is both of those albums. You can see this is cut out here, and then the inner sleeve fits in there. So he put them both out into one package. This also came with a 7-inch single, which is really cool. This is none of these songs are on the album. These are all different. So Hot Burrito number 1, Flying Burrito Brothers song, and How, John Lennon song, How, and then Fallen Rain, which I think is a Link Ray song, and then Dark End of the Street, which I'm not really sure, maybe Percy Sledge or somebody like that had a hit with that in the 60s. So those all sound really cool, particularly this version of Hot Burrito number 1. Really good. Yeah, and then this deluxe version of this also came with this poster. With this poster signed by Jim James. Yeah. Has the lyrics on the other side. So, very good package. I'm really enjoying this record. I like Jim James. I like the electric music. And then when he put out the acoustic version of it, I was, really not too sure about that. But it turns out to really be good. I really like the electric versions, and I like the acoustic versions too. I'm not really a real big fan of the singer-songwriter type thing, where it's just a singer accompanying him or herself up with an acoustic guitar. But in this case, I really liked it. So yeah. That same day at Grimey's, I got this record, Los Straitjackets. This is a record called Channel Surfing. This is just an EP. There are only 4 songs on here, and it plays at 45 RPM. So this is a definitely an EP. It only lasts for about 10 or 12 minutes. It's pretty quick, but it's great. It did come with a hype sticker on it. I borrowed this idea from Michigan Record Club, saving the hype sticker. I usually take the cellophane off a record and just get rid of the hype stickers, but I'm going to start trying to do this going forward. And then this one is on Yep Rock Records. Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, so it's the same thing on both sides. 45 RPM on both sides. I wish they'd made one side 33 RPM. But yeah, Les Straitjackets, so surf music, instrumental surf music, and on this one, they are doing instrumental versions of some TV theme shows. So yeah, 4 mess men, 4 new tracks, 4.5 TV themes, 45 RPM. So they do the theme for Game of Thrones, Dancing with the Stars / Sex and the City, Andy Griffith Show, and Ashley Khan Farewell, and Ken Burns Civil War. Yeah, so really good. Les Straitjackets. I think that band was recommended to me by Rob from Boston. So thanks for the tip on that. Yeah, I was not really familiar with them, but yeah, I'm not sure why he suggested that to me. I think because maybe I mentioned some other surf music that I like. I got some VCLT in the mail. Eric Weinbender sent me this Black Mountain record. Black Mountain 4. Thanks very much, Eric. This is Black Mountain is a band I showed their album, I think, in my last video, their next album. And this was the one before it. And I think in that video I mentioned that I had missed Black Mountain 4 for some reason. So, yeah, so Eric was kind enough to send this one to me. So, enclosed a nice card there with a quote from Jimmy Stewart, which is cool. Jimmy Stewart, my favorite actor, probably. And he enclosed a sticker for me, too. He knows I'm a Grateful Dead fan, so this sort of a steal your face type sticker. I'm going to attach this to my record cleaning machine over there. Yeah, so thanks for that. And then, so he included this record, Black Mountain 4. They are a band from Vancouver, Canada. I think they think of themselves, they sort of advertise themselves as just like a hard rock band, like an early 70s throwback hard rock band, and that's what I would call them, sort of psychedelic, some space rock on here, I would call it. Yeah, really good. Oh yeah, and this is on, comes with inner sleeves with the lyrics, and it's on white vinyl with these custom inners. So yeah, Black Mountain, one of my favorite bands. I think I have all their albums now. So yeah, thanks a lot, Eric. I really do appreciate that. I've been wearing this out. I think it's really great. Yeah, so Black Mountain. I received in the mail this new issue of Birth of the Cool. It's called The Complete Birth of the Cool. This is a Capital reissue. I believe it just came out in 2019. It's been remastered, you know, supposedly from the original tapes. This is a mono edition. Birth of the Cool. Once again, I broke my own rule. I've had the CD forever, but yeah, I just never listened to CDs, so I just really wanted to go ahead and replace this. This comes with a really cool gatefold and these extensive, very cool picture of Miles there, very young Miles. Extensive notes here about the recording. There's Kai Wendig back there. This album was essentially recorded with 2 different nonettes on I think 2 or 3 different occasions, and the trombone players happened to be J and K, which is very cool. J at one of the sessions and K at the other one. So Kai Wendig and J.J. Johnson. So yeah, there's K again right there. So there's the whole band. You can see recording. Al Haig on piano back there. There's Jerry Mulligan and Lee Konitz. Lee Konitz I actually saw perform once at Iridium in New York. Still really good. He's still playing. He's still around. He had an album out just a year or so ago. Jerry Mulligan, Lee, and Miles. So yeah, this tells a lot about it. This also comes with an extra record that was recorded live. They performed live just for a couple weeks at the Royal Roost there in New York, and the live versions are really good. Slightly different, but you can tell they're live. The live recording is really interesting. The first part of it is really quiet. You can't hear the crowd at all, and it all sounds real good. And then about halfway through, for some reason, you can start hearing the crowd. And there's just like a steady conversation going on in the background. You know, I'm thinking to myself, this is maybe like one of those old clubs you see in the movies, you know, where there's a band playing and people are up dancing maybe, and other people sitting at their tables are just carrying on conversation, and they really do think of it as background music. Because, yeah, you can just hear a steady stream of conversation in the background. So, but it doesn't overwhelm the music. I mean, it's easy to listen. So, I assume this is probably the Capitol label that was used when it came out, sort of a green label. So, yeah, so the live versions are really good. There's one extra song on here with vocals. During That Dream was on the studio album, but on this one they also add in, is it, well, there's another one with words on it. So I'm not sure what it is right now. So, yeah. Recent reissue. Miles Davis, Birth of the Cool. I got this Raconteurs record, which I think I've seen everybody in the VC, not everybody, but a lot of people have shown this so far. It's a really great record. I'm really liking it a lot. I like the Raconteurs a lot. So Jeff Kempen did a really good unboxing on this. Nerdy Punk did a really good unboxing and a review of the record. Richard Riley did an unboxing and a review of the record. So I would recommend to you any of those three for a very thorough look at this record. It does come on green vinyl, pretty green vinyl, and it also came with this 45 RPM, a couple demos by Brennan Benson and Jack White, and then it came with the slip mat that I've used, and with a bandana, which I can't imagine. I don't know what I would ever use that for, but maybe I will think of something. Use that for. I guess I could tie it around the dog's neck or something like that. I am a subscriber to Vinyl Me Please, and I screwed up. I did not refuse this month's record. I didn't necessarily dislike it. I didn't know anything about it, and I would have exchanged it for a different one, but for some reason I didn't get the email telling me what it was. I checked into it and somehow I turned off my email reminder, so it's my own fault that I got this record. But it turns out to be really good. It's I had never heard of this band before. The name of the band is Phoenix. The name of the record is Wolfgang Amadeus. I think it came out in 2009. This is a French band. And it's really good. I was listening to it, and I thought, well, this sounds good. This is a very, indie pop type sound. And I was listening to the singer, and then I realized, I mean, this guy sounds exactly like the singer from the Spinto Band. And the Spinto Band is a band that I really like a lot, and the musical backing is much the same as Spinto Band. I would call it, indie pop. So, yeah, I've really been enjoying this record. Yeah, it sounds a lot like Spinto Band. So, yeah, Phoenix. So this is just a booklet that comes with it. Yeah, it's all been very enjoyable. Came in with these prints, that Vinyl Me Please always comes with, and this thing that they always stick on there. Inner sleeve, pictures of the band, pink vinyl, custom labels. Yeah, so this was a pleasant surprise. I was really, I wasn't happy at all when I found that I was getting this one, and I contacted them to find out, what happened, and they told me I'd cut off my notifications. So, but yeah, it worked out well. And really, I stopped to think about it. I guess this really is what a subscription service is for, right? To maybe introduce you to some music that you wouldn't have heard otherwise. So, yeah. So, thanks, Vinyl Me Please. That was a good choice, and yeah, I'm really enjoying that one. I got in the mail just a day or two ago this reissue of Grateful Dead, Oxymoxoa. This is a picture disc. You can see it's celebrating their 50th anniversary. This is just a really flimsy thing here. And so here's the actual disc. This is just a beautiful record. Really nice looking. I will tell you that these picture discs, though, I got the first one. The first album came out in 2017, and Anthem of the Sun came out last year in 2018. That's the back of the album cover right there. So there's the front album cover and the back of the album cover. I got the first one. It came out in 2017, and it just has this low roar in the background throughout the whole record. So I think these records are collectible, but if you actually wanted something that you're going to listen to, I would highly recommend that you not buy these picture discs, because they are not. I was just going to show you the other two, since I've never shown those in the past. This is the one that came out last year, Anthem of the Sun. That's the back cover of that album. So now I've got 3 of these, and I think I need to, maybe check into getting some sort of a frame or something like that. Maybe I'll frame these 3, because like I say, they really aren't playable, and framing them is the only thing I can think of to do with them. So if anybody knows of a good framing option for me that I could put these in, let me know in the comments, maybe, if you know of a good one that you've used before. Here's the very first one. So yeah, like I said, they're beautiful records, and I mean, they actually sound okay when the music is playing. You don't really hear that roar, but boy, when between songs you can hear it, and then you realize that it's all there in the background. So yeah, that came out like a week or so ago. It also came, Jam On Vinyl showed the CD that came out at the same time. It comes with this, it's like a lenticular cover or something. I'm not sure if you can see what's happening, but it's very cool. Cover is like a slipcase, and the actual CDs came here. Has 2 mixes of the album, and then also a live CD. This live CD is just fantastic. It has stuff from the Avalon Ballroom from January 24 to 26 of '69. So the live versions of New Potato Caboose, Please Diamond Blues, Doing That Rag, Alligator, Caution, Feedback, We Bigged You Goodnight. But then really at the end it ends up with Clementine, which is only on 2 or 3 CDs. Clementine is so awesome. And then ends up with Death Don't Have No Mercy. So this one single disc here, this bonus disc, is just awesome, just beginning to end. I just really loved it. And of course the rest of the CD. So I got that new CD. I've realized that I have replaced a lot of old CDs I have with vinyl. So I was thinking, because Bobby Gass had that contest a while back, give it away. Was it give it away or throw it away? I guess he was saying throw it away. And I couldn't really think of anything, but now I realized I've got a lot of CDs here that I've replaced with vinyl, and I was thinking that, if anybody, maybe was interested in Grateful Dead and wanted to check some out without having to pay for any, just shoot me in the comments below, and I'll send you these CDs, or 1 or 2 of these CDs, or whichever ones you want. So, yeah, just let me know which ones you want. Send me your address. I'll get them out. If you're interested in having a CD, I don't have any records to send. So I have Anthem of the Sun. These are all just like original issues too, so there's no bonus tracks or anything on these. The very first Grateful Dead album, Live Dead, For the Faithful, which was originally released as Reckoning, I believe, Dead Reckoning, Working Man's Dead, and American Beauty. So yeah, like I said, if you're interested in checking out the Grateful Dead, haven't heard them before, you want to try it on CD, just shoot me a comment down there. I also have this Birth of the Cool CD, which like I said, I've had for a long time. Now I've got the record. So we want some Miles Davis. Let me know. Also, Someday My Prince Will Come, which I replaced that recently, and Kind of Blue I had released a long time ago. So that's it. That's it for my new records for the month of June. It was a great month. So thanks again, Eric Weinbender, for that the Black Mountain record. I'm really enjoying it, and thanks for the sticker too. And yeah, let me know what you think about these records. And I hope everybody has a happy 4th of July. Thanks for watching.